Hello, everybody, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for Thursday, the 21st of May. I believe it is. I am so confused. Um, Today, I want to share with you another devotion from Bear Grylls, Soul Fuel. And you can see I've got tons of them that I'd like to do to share with you or share as sermon illustrations, things like that. So I've randomly chosen one from probably 2 years ago that I read. It's taken me a while to get through this book, but this one's called Be the Glove. At some point in our lives, we will all reach a point where we will feel broken, weak, and at the end of our ropes. For some of us, it'll happen a lot more than once. However often we find ourselves facing these tough times, the best response we can give will be to stay calm, to keep trusting God, to remain full of faith, and to ask for help. Like the wise saying goes, calm is trust in action. You might not be in the middle of a tough time right now, but all of us can practice our response to challenge every day. With every obstacle we meet, try not to rush into action. Look up first. Be still. Plug into the source. Learn to look to God first, then act in calm faith and assurance. It is not always easy, but Jesus made this promise from Matthew 28, verse 20. Be sure of this, that I am with you always, even to the end of the world. Let him lead today. Kneel and invite him in. Give him permission to lead you, to take the reins of your heart and life. Be the glove to his hand. He knows the best way for your life better than you. Trust him in all circumstances. His way is good, and his plan for your future is secure. I don't know about you, but that was one of those random choices that wasn't so random. You see, this week I am coming back. I'm still trying to come back after 8 days up north. And previous to that, a week and a half before that, I was in Ontario for 11 days. And just the amount of work that just piles up. And then I piles on my desk. And you know me, I've got Post-it notes everywhere. And they're just overwhelming. And I'm like, what am I going to do? And the faster I try to work through the Post-it notes, the more I realize I'm going slower and slower because I can't focus. So to read this devotion again today, be the glove, turn to Christ, like continue to kneel before God. Let him lead today. Kneel and invite him in. Give him permission to lead you, to take the reins of your heart and life. Be the glove to his hand. He knows the best way for your life better than you. Trust him in all circumstances. That's perfect for me because if I take a deep breath and think about it, I know that I can't multitask. I am 99.9% convinced that no one can actually fully multitask. I mean, yes, you can be doing dishes and listening to a book on tape, and that feels like multitasking. But you aren't completely giving it everything you got. I keep going back to Brother Lawrence in a little book. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody will let me know, or one of these days I'll find it on my shelf and I'll let you know. It's just a little book. And Brother Lawrence, who was a monk, he talks about, I think it's washing or peeling potatoes and recognizing that the fact that it was his turn to wash or peel those potatoes, and for some people that would be a chore, like let's get this done and get it over with. He recognized that that was an important thing for him to do. It wasn't simply, okay, this is a mindless thing that I can do while I then also pray. It was an opportunity for him to peel those potatoes the best way he possibly could. Because if he peeled the potatoes well, he was benefiting the people who would then eat those potatoes at their supper or dinner time. And that was a gift he could offer them. And I think, and I know I fall prey to this all the time, that, if I just do this mindless task, then I can also pray, and I can do two things at once. I can multitask. I can, and the reality is that we actually do ourselves a disservice by doing that, because we might probably, it's not a strong enough word. I think we probably then completely obliterate the possibility that God has simply asked us to peel those potatoes. You know, I could have I might need to listen to something. There's quite a few things that are available to me that I can listen to, education pieces that have been put up on YouTube for priests and bishops and stuff that I can listen to. And I find myself tempted quite often to put that on my earpiece here and then continue to write or to type something or to work on a bulletin or do something else. And at the end of it, I realize I've missed most of what I've read and I've got tons of mistakes in what I was doing. I need to realize a couple of things. Number one, I am not God, and that's a good thing. Number two, I have not yet died because I didn't get something done on time. Have there been consequences? Absolutely. Sometimes I put other people in a spot because I didn't get my part of something done, but they too did not die because I didn't do something on time. I'm not a doctor, okay? Granted, there are professions in which not doing something or not, going too slow can actually cause problems. That is the exception to the rule I'm talking about. But in my life, people don't die if I don't move quickly or quickly enough for them. But what I have come to realize is that when I don't focus on the task at hand and give God thanks for the task at hand, those tasks seem to multiply. It's, things just go haywire. It's like when you put a paperclip onto a pile of paper clips, and then you come back later and said paperclip has somehow twisted itself and connected itself to another paperclip. The things that go on when we turn off the lights and walk out of the room, right? You get what I'm saying? The thing is, we need to focus on the thing at hand. We need to focus. My post-it notes seem to grow and multiply and mix themselves up because I put them to bed in order for the next day, and when I come in, they don't seem to be in order. But that's okay, because what I need to do is pick up that post-it note and put it beside me and work on what that post-it note says until it is done. And then throw away the post-it note and pick up the next one and not be in such a rush to get everything done. I need to remember that, because those are the times when I do start to feel broken and weak and at the end of my rope. And as he says, for some of us, it'll happen a lot more than once. It happens to me several times a day. But I need to remember, as he says, with every obstacle we meet, try not to rush into action. Look up first. Be still. Plug into the source. Learn to look to God first, then act in calm faith and assurance. And you know what happens when I do that? When I start my day with my daily office and I take time to pray and focus on one thing at a time, I actually do get more of those post-it notes taken care of before the end of the day than I would if I just plowed in willy-nilly, darting here and there and everywhere trying to multitask. So I invite you to take some time, even if it's just an hour, take some time to intentionally not multitask. If the phone rings, let it go to voicemail if you're doing something else. Focus on that one thing, whether it's washing the dishes, and just wash those dishes and make them shine. Get all of the hard part where the milk dries on the cereal bowl and it's easy just to whatever. Make sure it gets clean and dry them until they gleam, and then put them back in the cupboard exactly where they need to be. Not only will you have clean dishes, but you'll feel good because you've cleaned up some mess and you've done something and you have completed a task. And there's nothing greater than saying, I did something today. So I'm going to challenge you to not multitask today. That will be your big task for the day. And I am going to rejoice that I recorded this video and uploaded it and did nothing else while I was doing it. And that will be one thing that I've accomplished today. May God bless you in all of your individual, non-multitasking tasks. God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow for Feel Good Friday.